The 10 Best Action Movies of 2024. Ranked. Number 10. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Coming in at the 10th spot is a continuation of the groundbreaking Planet of the Apes franchise, set generations after the end of Caesar's reign. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes follows Noah, an ape who comes to question everything after going on a journey to save his family and clan. He meets May, a human girl who can speak, and has an agenda as she accompanies Noah on his quest. After the beautiful conclusion of War for the Planet of the Apes, fans didn't need a sequel. However, this movie was an unexpected treat that expanded on the franchise's lore and told a moving story, which fans are excited to see in the next Planet of the Apes movie. With an epic journey, thrilling fights, and tense drama, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes was a gripping action flick with many other elements to keep fans entertained. Number 9. Monkey Man. Dev Patel stars in his directorial debut, Monkey Man. Classic revenge story with plenty of political impact and personal motivation. Scarred for life after a spiritual guru orders the destruction of his village, the kid now makes a measly living, fighting under the guise of a monkey, but with a method to take revenge, he goes on a bloody killing rampage, avenging his family and rooting out the corruption in his city. Monkey Man was one of the best action movies earlier in the year, and remains one of the best at the end. Its simplistic revenge plot is made profound through its political messages and personal themes, delivering an essential story through bare-knuckle action. This action thriller is a raw and bloody journey, with some of the most impressive and creative action sequences of the year. Number 8. The Beekeeper. The Beekeeper follows Adam Clay, a quiet beekeeper living in the barn of a sweet retired school teacher. After she takes her own life because a phishing scam bankrupts her and her charity, Clay goes on a countrywide revenge spree. He is a former operative of a mysterious organization who hunts down corrupt scammers as fans slowly learn more about his past through hard-hitting action. Fans know they are in store for a good action movie whenever Statham is leading the film, and The Beekeeper continues the trend by giving viewers a spectacle of fights and action goodness. Statham fully commits to the role and does what he does best as he fully immerses fans in this movie, which balances its grittiness and goofiness. The film never takes itself too seriously, providing a mix of action and campiness to get fans excited about the Beekeeper sequel. Number 7. Thelma. Grandparents are victims of many things, but two of the most prominent are patronizing comments and scams. Thelma follows the titular grandma after she gets a call saying her grandson is in prison. After sending $10,000, she takes matters into her own hands. After the police decide not to do anything, going on a revenge quest, Thelma teams up with her grandson and friends to get her money back from the scammers. Thelma isn't the movie for fans looking for non-stop gritty action and bloody fights. Instead, it delivers a compact comedy-fueled action film that viewers will enjoy. While the action is lacking, there is enough drama to keep fans entertained. With the heart of the story lying in its humor and wholesomeness, Squibb is delightful in her role, impressing as an action star, and comedic actor as Thelma displays its themes of age. Number 6. Kill. Premiering at the Toronto International Film Festival in 2023, Kill is an Indian action thriller that was finally released in 2024. Inspired by an actual trained robbery, the director, Nikul Nageshbhat, experienced in 1995, this movie follows a pair of commandos fending off a group of bandits on a train. The quick heist goes wrong, and the bandits capture one of the commandos, turning into a gory fight for survival. While many fans probably haven't heard of Kill because it is an international film, they should do themselves a favor and check this underrated movie out if they love bloody fights. The film gets increasingly bloody, turning into a borderline horror film at the end with the amount of gore. Kill brilliantly uses its setting to deliver an enclosed and creative action setting, but also masterfully showcases how death impacts the villains as much as the protagonists. Number 5. The Shadow Strays, an Indonesian action crime thriller that aired on Netflix in October. The Shadows is an elite organization that trains young men and women to become the best assassins in the country, forced to abandon their humanity. Codename 13 is a 17-year-old assassin who saves the life of a young boy during her suspension for botching a mission. On paper, The Shadow Strays sounds like a typical action movie, and while it does feature many tropes and follows the main formula, it breaks down many other barriers to deliver a fresh experience. The film allows the protagonist to grow while displaying intense gore and emotional scenes within the epic action. The Shadow Strays may draw viewers in with its enjoyable fight scenes, but it leaves viewers with a new appreciation for action movies. Number 4. Twilight of the Warriors, Walled In. Hong Kong martial arts films are among the greatest of all time, including Hard Boiled and Kung Fu Hustle. Twilight of the Warriors, Walled In is based on UI's novel, City of Darkness. Set in 1980s Hong Kong, the movie follows Lok Kwan, a man seeking a fake it after entering the notorious Kowloon-walled city. After a crime boss betrays him, Lok Kwan steals his drugs and attempts to escape, involving himself with many gangs. Besides the stellar action, this movie also presents viewers with incredible world building, blending reality and fiction to create a fascinating setting of gangs and violence. While some films deliver non-stop action, Twilight of the Warriors entices fans with a meticulous setup and dashes of action, creating a well-earned payoff of action in the final third. With no CGI in sight, this movie has some of the best choreography and stunts of the year. Number 3. Dune Part 2. Almost every fan expected Dune Part 2 to be high on this list, and many were probably surprised that it wasn't number 1. This highly anticipated sequel is already a strong contender for Best Picture, with fans already anticipating the next installment. After meeting the Fremen, Paul Atreides must gain their trust and lead a rebellion against those who killed his family and rule the galaxy in an epic quest for revenge. From its riveting plot, phenomenal performances, and stunning visuals, Dune Part 2 is one of the greatest sci-fi movies of all time. Every battle and fight was ripe with drama, tension, and intrigue. From the black and white Colosseum battle on Giedi Prime to the epic finale charge with the sandworms, creating an overall action masterclass. Dune 2 might be the best movie among these 10, but the next two prove to be better in the action category, which is what this list decides. Number 2. Rebel Ridge. In yet another revenge-fueled action movie, Aaron Pierre, who will be Jon Stewart in the upcoming Lanterns TV show, stars in Rebel Ridge. When corrupt cops unjustly seize the bail money of a former Marine trying to free his cousin, he goes on a city-wide investigation, rooting out corruption. As his investigation continues, it turns into a major fight with the local police, creating an intense and gripping action thriller. Rebel Ridge excels as a crime thriller and action flick, giving fans the best of both worlds as it entices with a growing conspiracy and entertains with intense action. Pierre delivers his best ever performance and is easily the highlight of the film. While the action isn't constant, Rebel Ridge knows when to use it, and does so in a big way, with fun and thrilling yet visceral fights. It also handles the action uniquely, with a lower body count, showcasing his morality that still delivers on the action. Number 1. Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. One of the biggest movie tragedies of 2024 was the box office bomb of Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga. George Miller returned to deliver a prequel story after Mad Max, Fury Road, handling different chapters in the life of Furiosa, from childhood to where Fury Road left off. Fans witness her going from being a kid to escaping from Dementis and Immortan Joe. The common trend of the greatest action movies this year seems to be revenge, as Furiosa produces another classic tale of vengeance. This movie is a worthy entry in the Mad Max franchise and continues to revolutionize action movies with impressive practical stunts. The oil tanker scene alone is one of the best sequences in an action movie, but the non-stop narrative has exhilarating and heart-pumping moments that establish Furiosa as one of the greatest action movies ever, let alone the best of 2024.